You've reached the Blade Show videos. Welcome. This will be a series of videos, a series of interviews I'm going to be splicing together. I don't know how many. We'll see. At least part one, maybe a part two, maybe a part three. I don't know. We'll see. But just know that they're small little sub videos that I wanted to put together kind of as a group. So enjoy. Hello, y'all on YouTube. This is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. We're here at the QSP booth. I'm here talking with David from QSP, also known as Blade Banter. And I wanted to ask him a little bit about the knives, some of the new stuff, some of the stuff that's on sale here today, and just talk about QSP in general. So David, how you doing?
Doing very good. Now, so thanks for coming by. So thank you to people that are watching. A lot of new stuff coming out, some things that you might not even notice or see from QSP. So we'll take a look at those. And then we have some that are out on the 12th. So you can pick those up, do a pre-order on it currently. And then some will be out probably about June. So we'll walk through those.
Very cool. Very cool. What do you want to go over first?
Yeah, so we'll kind of go from across the table here. So we'll start from the front side. So Reptile is going to be the front side of it. I'll hold that for you just so you can go and sweep. So front side is going to be the Reptile. That's going to be one of the new ones from Keanu. So the price point on those are going to be about $77 roughly when they hit market at 14C28. You either have aluminum or you have a G10. Also, one I'm really satisfied with or really looking forward to, Penguin. So another Penguin, but we don't carry very many Penguins at QSP, so we have another Penguin here. So Penguin with the glide lock. So if you look at this for the release, that is from the Volt. So it's a really nice release. But those are going to be an FRN handle. We decided on 14C28. So it's going to be coming in about $49 when they hit market.
Can I ask you a quick question about the Penguin? Now, I see that glide lock right there, David. Is that like a crossbar lock, or is it a modified version of the crossbar lock?
Crossbar lock, but then it's a crossbar lock, but we have a detent on it, or a faux detent, because in the little lobe that we kind of set up for it, it feels like it has a detent, even though those type of locks don't have that regular detent ball. So it has a good snap to it.
Do you know how you make that detent work?
Yeah, definitely. It's just a matter of getting the lobe right. So if anybody knows like cams in cars or anything like that, it's just getting the angle and the sweep correct where it has that type of feel for it. Yep. So one up here. So these ones are going to be out probably June. People at the show can buy them, but we do not have those on the website for sale yet. There's going to be a Mustang. There's going to be M390. It's going to be a backlock style knife. So there's going to be ironwood, and then this little ribbon on both sides, that's going to be a mammoth tooth, so you get a fossil inlay. These are about $199 on the website. You can also pre-order it. I think you get about 7% off. And then that's going to be an M390 blade as well. So if you want more a traditional style, but a modern knife with modern materials, there's a way to go. We're only going to do 58 of them, so that's where we have it on the website. I think 9 sold already. So if you do want to pick that one up, that is going to be available too.
Very cool. So that's the new stuff. Now, what do we have over here on the yeah? Okay, well then you just keep going.
Yeah. So this is going to be the Viper. So Viper is going to be a fixed blade. There's an in-house design for this guy. So probably about $77 for this one. So we had some Torbays. We're not really sure if we're going to come out with these or not, but we'll see what happens for them. There's going to be the T-Cook, and then we also have this one, Tiny Tot. So it's going to be the 2 knives there. So those were originally scheduled to be about $79 to $75, so still about under $80 for those guys. So those are a possible June release for that, for all these models here on this line. Next one's up, we're going to have the Beetle. So this is one that you're not going to really see too many knives out there with kind of that dagger style blade. We did move the flame logo to kind of go along with the blade. I think it works better in that position, because the original prototype we had it laying down and I don't think it worked very well. So we decided to move that in the upward position. It is jimped on only one side, so that's going to be your flipper tab. The other one's your guard, so you can't flip it from this side. So if you did want to do a double edge, you could. Ships to single edge, but that's going to be just the way to do it, and you can actually have it closed down. And those are going to be about $78. Again, available for pre-order, so you can buy it at a discount. It'll have free shipping for the United States, and then international guys, you can actually order as well. Next one up is, this one's getting a lot of demand for it. So there's some, I think, other brands that had it, but it's kind of a handful that actually have a flipper tab on a crossbar style lock. For us, it's a glide lock. So you get again, the faux detent, so you get it to pop out. So actually we'll see if Rob wants to handle that, see how that works for a detent.
All right. So I'm going to give this a little shot here and see what we got. So I can feel it definitely in the, sorry, trying to do this with the mic in my face. Yeah, that's got a little crispness to it, for sure.
Yeah, so $69 is what the pricing on that is. Again, you'll get a discount on it for the pre-order. So if you want to do a pre-order, then that's something that's going to be available for you. That's going to be the Emu. Next up is going to be, now this one is the Chef Master. So another Keanu design. Keanu, we had the reptile on the front side. This is going to be another one for the Chef Master. So very much that full flat grind. So actually we'll grab one of the satin blades, easier to see, but full flat grind on it. So it's going to perform very well for your cutting tasks. It does have a front choil for it, so you can either work it back here, or if you need a little bit more space, move it up. So whatever hand size you have, this will work for you. So it's very nice for that. It's still going to be a liner style lock. You have a thumb stud. You also have the flipper tab for this guy. So it's a nice setup for it as well. So a lot of different options for there. This is going to be, again, $70 for this guy. So price point on all these are just fantastic for it, and available for pre-order for a lot of them. So very good. And this is the one that we have another new one. So the Hedgehog is one for the slip joint. If anybody's into the slip joint side, modern slip joints, we are going with this one. This is going to be a spear point version of it. So it does have the stainless steel bolster for it. It does have a spear point tip, but it's going to have the same action, the same walk and talk that you're going to get from the other QSP knives. So it's a very nice setup.
So I have to ask, is that one's going to be as crisp and snappy as the other one? So I guess.
So if you've handled the QSP knives, that's kind of what you're going to come to expect for our slip joints, as far as a snappy walk and talk. And then I don't know if he wants to check that out as well. So we're going to try and get a little sound on this one. Hold that one.
Yeah, here we go.
Let me know if you're going to be taking. If you buy a knife, you get an extra.
Yeah, so, and then the modern ones, I mean, you're still going to have it very, basically flat on the close, flat on the mid, and then flat on the open position. So very much we got the precision for that lobe to be correct, to be a really nice setup.
You know, the QSP, the Hedgehog was my very first slip joint. That was the Kool-Aid. So it's the Kool-Aid that I drank.
Nice. And then now we're adding to it. So we have that one. We also have the Penguin slip joint. So whichever slip joint you want, you're going to have a really crisp action for it. And I think it's done very well.
Yeah, we gave away a penguin on the channel as a giveaway, so that was fun.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, thanks very much for checking out. That's all the new stuff. We have all the other ones down the table, so you can see all the other ones that we have down the line. These are all the other QSP models. So we don't just have the Penguins. We have a lot of different models throughout the whole lineup here. Even the fixed blades, we won Texas 2 years ago for one of the fixed blades. Then we had in Utah 2 years ago, we won for the Rhino. And then last year for the kitchen knife, we won for Atlanta. So we won Best Kitchen Knife in Atlanta. So very honored to get rewards or awards for the work that they're doing.
I think I was there in Atlanta when you won it, and I think you weren't there for the award, were you?
No. So far, apologize to Blade Magazine, but 2 out of 3 awards we weren't there. So I don't know if it's a good luck or bad luck, but we'll be there for this one. Whether we win or not, we're going to enter, and we'll be there for the award ceremony.
So I guess that's the trick, in case anybody ever wonders. You know, missed the award to win your first. Was that your first awards that you won?
The first one was in Texas, so 2 years ago.
Okay.
That was the absolute first one.
And you were there for that. You were there for that one, right?
Was not. I was having dinner with JB. So we're actually having dinner, and we was like, oh, we don't win anything, and then we won that. So egg on your face and all that type of thing.
So all the awards you won, you weren't there for?
Only one of them. So one of them I was there for the Rhino. So I was there for that one, but 2 out of 3, I was not present.
Well, I mean, that's awesome, but it's kind of funny because, you know, if that's the trick, I think people need to know that. No, just kidding.
No, yeah, it might be a good luck charm. I don't know. We'll see how it works out for the show.
But I definitely want to thank David and QSP for allowing me to talk to them and check out their knives, especially the new ones.
Just a really nice one here, and I just wanted to show it. But Dolphin's doing well for us and has some of the modern materials. We also have the shell pattern that we don't have here because we sold them all. But the shell one, and we're also going to do an abalone is in the works, and so an abalone one that goes across the whole thing. So it's just a very nice polished blade.
Okay, that's a cool one. How much does that one run?
That's going to be $95 normally. At the show we're running a sale, but yeah, from the website, if you're going to go over there, then that would be the way to pick it up. Get it direct.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And have a great show.
Hello, y'all on YouTube. This is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. We're here at the Civivi and Sencut booth. I'm here with Seth, and he's about to talk about some knives, some cool new things coming out. A couple of them I spoke with some of the designers here at the Blade Show Texas with, but yeah, I'm gonna let Seth take it away.
All right, let's do this. First off, we have the Peter Carey Gordo, as you mentioned, designed by Peter Carey. His booth is just right around the corner. This is a fantastic design. We love Peter's stuff. Just a little chubby guy, again, aptly named the Gordo. This has been available for a little while, so it's an easy one to get your hands on. And we're going to show you another one that's fairly easy to get your hands on, and then a few that are not. Okay, this first one is called the Yonder. This one has quickly become one of our best sellers. This is designed by Zach Whitmore, Zach in the Wild, you'll know him as. It's a beautiful crossbar lock, very, very universal design. It's available in a couple of different versions. This thing has been very quickly become one of our top selling models. All right, next up, brand new, just came out about a week ago, is the Best Damn EDC Taylor Martin designed Klingman. This right here is a super snappy, modern traditional clip point blade. Beautiful little guy right here. This thing retails for about $60. Sold out here at the show in the first 30 minutes. Fantastic knife. Again, a little harder to find right now because it's new and it just sold out. But I'm going to show you something that's even harder to find because it's not out yet. We have an XL Elementum, of just expanding on that Elementum line. This thing has come by demand from the public, wanting the Elementum to be a little bit bigger. We originally released the first button lock Elementum in this size, which drew a lot of controversy in the industry because it was button only without a flipper tab. It's still a fantastic knife. In fact, if you haven't tried one of those, you really need to. But this is exactly like the Elementum, just a little bit larger. All right. Next up, oh, and here's a little size comparison for you. This is the standard size Elementum and the new XL Elementum. However, you'll notice on this little Elementum that I've got here, we've got a crossbar lock. This is also a new prototype. This one is not out yet. Will be coming soon. Elementum in a crossbar lock for the first time with a reversible pocket clip. Guys, this is some stuff that we're getting great feedback from you on. So here it is, the latest and greatest coming out from Civivi.
Thank you, Seth. Are you guys having a good Blade show so far?
We're having a fantastic Blade show. It's been busy for a full 2 days, and we're having a blast.
Yeah, I noticed. Every time I walk by, it's like I can't even look at the knives. They're so packed in here. Well, appreciate the time. Thank you for sharing that with me, and I think I'll take a few of those there. I'm going to buy them because, guys, we might see those in giveaways. Hello, y'all on YouTube. This is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. We're here with Ben Peterson with Knafs Knives, and he's going to talk a little bit about some awesome new Kickstarters that he's got. But real quick, Ben, how's the Blade Show been going so far?
It's been good. It's tiring. It's always tiring, but it's good.
That's awesome. I always see you're super busy, so I figured. But yeah, could you share a little bit about the 2 new drops that you have? And I hear there's a story behind that with maybe like your sons or something, so I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, so here's the thing. This is the Lander 5, and basically what I wanted to do was make a knife that it's kind of like your first knife, right? Like what knife would you give to, I don't know, like a Boy Scout or to somebody who isn't into it? So Lander 5, 8CR14 MOV steel. You've got a steel frame lock on there, deep carry pocket clip, and we've got it on Kickstarter right now for $25. So I've always wanted like a $25 to $30 knife, and the reason for that is I work with the Boy Scouts a lot and the young men at church, and they are always like wrecking things. Like literally at Scout Camp last year, I had a boy that had a ferro rod, and he was like ferro rodding sparks this direction on his edge, and I'm like, carry on, son, this will be great one day, But you kind of need a knife that gets people into it and gets them excited. So that is what Lander 5 is for me. Is just like, it's a gateway knife to be able to get into it and understand, oh, this is how I sharpen, this is how I use knives. So that is on Kickstarter until March 28th, and then after that it will ship in September is what we're shooting for that one.
Real quick, isn't there like a you can buy 2 for a certain price too? Is that still available or is that gone?
Yeah. So I want to say it's like a 5% discount the more you buy, up to like 6 units. So and Kickstarter's fun. We always do like backer updates, so you kind of get to be involved in like the process, and then we do stretch goals and different things. So if you're into like stories and watching a story unfold, Kickstarter is super fun. If you're just like, give me the knife, wait till September. Like, that's totally cool too. So I think there have been more than 1,500 backers. So can 1,500 people be wrong? Maybe, but I don't think in this case.
Yeah, I don't think so. And usually your Kickstarters do quite well. And you know, my first knife, my gateway drug was a Gerber Easy Out. I still have it. I bought it when I was 18 because I wasn't allowed to have a knife when I was a kid. Yeah. But as soon as I turned 18, I bought one.
I love it. And then you were asking about Lander 4s too. These ones, we just shipped these in January. So we launched these on Kickstarter back in June of last year, and then we're shipping them now. So it's kind of fun to have these back in the market, or actually in the market for the first time, sort of that EDC fixed blade. So that one's 14C28N, and then S35 on that one. And then kind of again, I'm having fun with like small things, cheap things. Not cheap, high value is what we call them. We've been working on Lander 6 as well. So this is just a little keychain knife that will retail for about 15, 16 bucks. But just, I want to kind of create stages in the market where you can get into it, learn about knives, and kind of have something for everyone, but not necessarily like we are all budget or we're all high end. So I enjoy the variety within the knife industry.
Right. And you know, my wife insists on carrying a little Spyderco knife on her keychain. And I know a lot of people who have the Spyderco knives, and that is a nice alternative because sometimes those Spyderco knives they're not as cheap, and that sounds like a really economical price, especially if it's going to get caught up with your keys. You're going to maybe scratch the blade or something.
You're absolutely going to take it to the airport too, right? And so, or the ballpark or wherever, right? Like this is a knife that is kind of designed. It's not disposable. It is a good knife, but it is like, would you rather lose a $70 keychain knife or a $15 keychain knife? I'm in the $15 camp. So
you're always thinking economically and very budget friendly and like just useful. So I appreciate that. So, well, thank you so much for your time, Ben. Always a pleasure to talk to you. I know you're a busy man, but I thank you for your few minutes of time, and have a great blade show and safe travels home.
You bet. See you guys. Thanks.